Thanks for tuning in to Juicy Pop. I'm your host, Miss J.
I'm Destiny Faith.
And I'm Laura Brody.
Juicy Pop is the new home of urban pop news, interviews, and juicy tea about your favorite celebrities. Let's get into it.
But I want to get back to Puffy. Molly, you in danger, girl.
Not Molly.
There were some rumors circulating last year that you possibly were dating Lala. Is there any truth to that?
What y'all talking about?
You don't know nothing about that?
Nah.
And you recently spoke out saying that you really don't like the way that they're portraying her, calling her a cokehead, creating these beefs between her and other female artists. Would you ever be willing to try to get her to sit down with possibly Cardi B and Lil' Kim to try to amend their differences? What's going on, you guys? It is your girl, Miss J from InStyle Atlanta and Juicy Pop. And today we are getting into the holiday season, and I am being joined by two very special guests. If you have watched either 911 or Love Is, then you should be familiar with these two special guests, Michele Weaver and Nathan Owens. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well. How are you?
Yeah.
I am well, and I'm very excited to talk to you guys because I'm ready to get into the holiday spirit. And one way that I get into the holiday spirit is by watching Christmas movies. And so I'm excited to be sitting down with you guys to talk about A Season to Remember, as it is a part of OWN's For the Holidays. It's one of 3 special movies that you guys, or that OWN is releasing this year. And let's get into the movie. I did get a sneak peek at it, and I'm going to try to make sure I don't share too many details with our viewers, but I will say it will be a very special movie that you will learn to love. Okay, so let's get started. Michele, you play a sports reporter, Symone. And what I noticed, especially because Symone, when you are a sports reporter, you're in a male-dominated industry.
Yeah.
And even with acting, you are in somewhat of a male-dominated industry as well. How did you take any of your personal life experiences and apply them to you playing Symone?
Oh gosh, how did I do that? I honestly didn't even think about it, right? Because as soon as I read the script, I'm like, oh, I get this. I get this. But I think too, for me personally, I have felt, especially as a woman in the industry, there's so much of this like, oh, don't be a diva. Don't be a diva. And unfortunately, there's a lot of talk about really powerful women in the industry. And there's like, she's so demanding. She needs this, that. And I've literally watched on set, you guys, where I will hear a female actress say, they didn't do this, like, blah, blah, blah. So I'm asking for this, blah, blah, blah. And it is a legitimate ask. And then I will go to get crafty, and the AD will be like, you knew what you were signing yourself up for, blah, blah, blah. And I will be like, yeah, now actors asking things, blah, blah, blah. And I would literally be like, whoa, this is how it happens. This is how, and it was a wardrobe malfunction that is unacceptable. Basically, she knew she was supposed to be in a bikini, but they gave her a bikini that was too small.
Wow.
And now they're acting like, oh, you're going to be insecure with your body now. Excuse me. No.
Cover me up.
Right.
Can I have it, not be too small, please? Anyway.
Right.
So, I've experienced a lot of those microaggressions where people will do the side comment. Yeah, you're nice now. We'll see if you stay nice. All these things are like, keep you down. You're like, dang. So I know that's gotten to me a lot in my career. And so I knew exactly what she was talking about, like where you're like, second guessing, asking for something that, you should be able to ask for.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so I think a lot of women can relate to that of that insecurity that is put on just women, especially women of color too. And that's what I loved about this story, and it really resonated with me. So I knew. And it really resonated with me too, the whole statement. Not to give too much away, but closed mouths don't get fed. I was like, you know what? That's right. Closed mouths don't get fed.
And I will say, I love that about Symone. The hustle, it was definitely there.
Oh,
Nathan, you play Iggy.
Yes, I do.
A photographer. And you and Symone actually meet by accident, and then it becomes co-workers, and then possibly even more.
Right.
So for you, my question is, what type of preparation did you and Michelle have to do in order to portray the relationship between the two characters on screen?
It's a good question. You know what? Truthfully, we didn't have to do too much. I feel like our chemistry just happened, and I want to kind of echo what I was saying earlier. Was through humor, like our sense of humor initially, just that struck me immediately because that's kind of how I am in real life. Just like if we can get down on a humor side, then we're good, you know. And then
Yeah.
as far as professionally, there's a team aspect that we both kind of see eye to eye on. So it's kind of like actually it's very similar. It's almost like parallel to their journey in this film. So it's very much like a team aspect of you know I'm there for you, you here for me. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like, oh, do you want me to run these lines with you? Okay, you sure you got this? Like, is there a way you want me to position myself so you? Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you. So we kind of worked together really well professionally and also as friends, which helped for the chemistry on camera with Iggy and Symone.
Well,
Yeah.
I will say I was excited to see that the movie was set in Detroit as I have family and ties back to Detroit.
Yeah,
Oh, Nathan, I know you're originally from California,
I am.
and Michelle, you're from Colorado, correct?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. So how was that transition for you, especially Nathan, to be in Detroit during the snow and the cold and the winter? And then Michelle, it was kind of something you were kind of familiar with, but it's different. It's a different type of cold.
So, truthfully, we actually shot in Hamilton in Canada, which is very similar. It's right across
Okay, right across.
it's right across the
Yeah.
lake. So it was it was a very interesting city. I've actually been to Detroit a few times for other jobs, but and I've had a blast when I was there. I know that there's it wasn't during the cold actually, it was during the summer, but Hamilton was a very, very interesting city. It wasn't too cold. It wasn't anything I couldn't handle because surprisingly, I don't know if you've ever been to like San Francisco. Not that it snows, but I'm telling you, it
It's
gets
cold.
damn cold. Yeah, it gets damn
It's
cold.
cold.
And it'll come up on you out of nowhere. So you always got to keep a couple jackets on you just in case something happens. You're like, oh. But so I was kind of used to that element of it for sure.
Also, can we just say that we did not shoot in winter? It was
Okay.
summertime, 90 degrees
Okay.
outside and coats.
Okay. Well, it definitely you guys did a great job portraying it because I was like, look at the snow. They're dressed in winter clothes. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Did you
a
see
great
my
job.
wonderful snow acting? Did you see how
Yes.
I was see?
Yeah.
I was freezing.
Yeah. He has some good cold acting.
My cold acting
I was
was
taking notes. I was like, dang,
you're
he's
like,
like
dang,
really
he's
good
cold.
at this
He like
shivering.
you had to ask yourself, you're like, is it cold? Hold on.
Yeah.
Is it cold?
Yes, you guys did an amazing job portraying it. You just didn't have fooled me. I'm originally from Chicago, so I've lived through many
Oh,
cold
Oh my goodness.
winters with snow, so I understand what it was like. So that's why I wanted to ask you that
Yeah, yeah,
question.
yeah.
mhm.
With this being a Christmas movie, there's so many Christmas movies that are out there. What sets this apart from any other Christmas movie that's out there now?
Do you want to take this one?
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Because it's better than no, it's just joking.
I don't know. I think, well, I haven't seen every Christmas movie. So I'd be like, see,
Right.
look, I'm in my head. I'm in my head analyzing this question way too much. But I don't know. For me personally, I think that the thing that okay, I'll say this. The thing that I really resonate with this script, because I read a lot of scripts, right? Is this dynamic of a woman of color finding her voice in her career and also finding her worth, right? And so I don't know all the Christmas movies out there, but I haven't seen a lot when it really can, and not done like this, where you see her navigate it day by day, to be able to find her voice and ask for what she wants. And so I do think that's wonderful. And I do think the aspect of personal growth, I think a lot of Christmas movies do that, where they really emphasize personal growth and family and faith and all those things, which we have.
Right.
But that one thing that's said in the film is closed mouths don't get fed. That theme, I think, is really powerful, especially for a group of people who are constantly told you're too much.
Mm. Okay, I love that answer. What about you, Nathan?
I would say that their dynamic and how their relationship is cultivated and starts and builds from there. I think that's to me, it's I like she said, I haven't seen all of the Christmas movies, but that's one thing that stuck out to me because it was such a it was such a pure relationship built on like friendship and which turned into professional. But that's where it was. It wasn't any ulterior motives behind, Iggy's approach or anything like that. He didn't want to. He wasn't like there just for the late. I want to get this girl.
Right.
But it was more so like he wanted to see her shine and see her as her best self. And interestingly enough, she wanted and helped him guide him to his better version of himself too. So I think that this movie did a really good job at highlighting that.
Yes, it did, especially with the communication,
Yeah.
um, with Symone being able to come and express herself.
Yeah.
Iggy was open and he listened and he was able to really hear what she was saying and change those things so that it built a better relationship with them.
Right.
In the movie, you guys actually meet by bumping into each other.
Hmm.
Symone is carrying a gingerbread house,
Hmm.
which is a tradition that her family does every Christmas.
Hmm.
So, what is one Christmas or holiday tradition that you either miss your family doing or that you continue to do to this day?
I'll start it off. So on that gingerbread note, we actually do a family gingerbread contest where we have, everything
Ooh.
necessary for a gingerbread house, and we give ourselves a couple hours, whatever it is, to kind of put something together. And then after we're all done, we kind of go and decide who the winner is, or just kind of just celebrate that we all did it, and just joke around about who made what with what, and like 'cause people get people get pretty janky sometimes too. I put a
Yes.
piece of gum by the door, and then I made it. But like, they get kind of janky with it, or you're like, "Dang, I didn't even realize you were such a great gingerbread artist. Like, this is a hidden talent, mom." But
Yeah.
so that's one thing that I really like that we do.
Okay.
For me, I think one thing that we did growing up is we did a name John gift, and that gift you got to open on Christmas Eve night, which I love. I'm in the middle of kind of figuring out Christmas because now I have a daughter. This is her second Christmas. The first one, she was less than 1 years old, so it's like she can only participate so much.
Right.
But now that she's starting to get older, we're really thinking about like, what do we want? But that's one thing that I did with my family growing up is being able to open one gift on Christmas Eve because you're so excited,
Yeah.
it's whatever. And so I really love that tradition and would love to like do that with her as well. But there's a lot, I think, with the family and one thing that I love about doing Christmas movies is growing up, we always watched Christmas movie marathons. Growing up, and you have the movies that you watch. Like you don't go through Christmas not watching certain movies,
Yeah.
And I would love to be able to do that with her as well, share the movies that I grew up with and be able to watch her enjoy them as well.
And now you have a new movie that you have to
I know
add.
it's kind of,
Like,
but I can't be showing my
Right.
own movie. That's weird. I mean,
Just put
my
just
mom's
put it
like,
on repeat. Just your movie.
there you
Your
go.
movie on
This is
our
all the
movie
one
on
she needs to
repeat.
know.
yeah, no, that's a little weird, but I mean, my
Yeah.
mom will do it, right? Of course, my parents. I don't know. Ooh, that's weird. I hate watching myself with other people around me.
Yeah.
They showed us the end on set the last day because they had already edited it, and I was freaking out. I hid behind Aaron, the guy who played my brother, or Brendan, who played Aaron. I literally hid behind him. I was like, I cannot be here watching myself with everyone else watching me. So strange. So
Okay, well, before we
Uh,
wrap up, I usually play a quick game.
mhm.
Uh, it's called Smash or Pass, and this is a Thanksgiving edition. So,
Okay.
there's going to be a few Thanksgiving items that I'm going to give to you guys, and you're going to tell me, are you going to smash them on Thanksgiving Day, or are you going to pass them and not put them on your plate,
Oh,
okay?
okay,
okay.
okay.
Okay. Got you. Got you.
Got you. That
Not
smashed
that
through
I
me.
smash
know. I
or
was like,
pass,
I
not
was
I
that
was
like,
like,
hold up, man.
I'm married.
I was like,
one.
hot water.
Okay, are you smashing turkey on Thanksgiving, or are you passing on it?
Smashing.
Smash.
Okay.
Totally.
What about ham?
Smashing that too.
Passing.
Okay. Collard greens.
Smashing.
Smashing that
Yes.
too. Yeah.
What about mac and cheese?
I'm
Oh, that's a toughie.
I'm if it's Gluten and dairy free, I'm smashing.
If I saw who brought it, then I'll.
It matters. That
Hey,
definitely
yo.
matters who made it. Yes.
Yeah,
That's real.
You are
yeah.
correct about that. Potato souffle or candied yams?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
smashing.
smashing for sure.
Okay. All right. What about cornbread dressing or stuffing?
Oh yeah,
Either
smashing.
one.
Either
Either
one?
one.
Yeah,
Okay.
all the above.
Smashing. The gluten-free version. Anyways.
Okay. And then lastly, out of the last three, they're desserts. Which one of the three would you like? Peach cobbler, a cake, or banana pudding?
Ooh,
That's actually really hard.
It is.
pudding.
Peach cobbler, banana pudding, or cake. Scratch the cake. Pass the cake.
Okay.
Okay. I would smash the peach cobbler. I'd probably smash the peach cobbler. I do cake too, but it's kind of like, let's have some
Listen,
fun.
I'm
I'm
with
gonna
you.
break the rules because that's what I do. I'm gonna have peach cobbler, and instead of vanilla ice cream, I want a scoop of that banana pudding on top.
Hello. There you go. Okay, Michelle. See, you made your own dessert now.
Dang.
I
It
am
might
here
be too
for
much, but
it. I am completely here for it. All right, really quickly before we get out of here, what else are you guys working on and how can our viewers stay connected with you?
You want to start, Michelle? Okay.
go ahead.
Well, I'm not allowed to say exactly just yet where I'll be popping up, but you can follow me on Instagram at Nathan Owens _, and then you'll see from there.
All right. What about you, Michelle?
So, I have a role that I shot coming up for a new show that's coming out. I do a guest star part on it. I'm really excited about it. It was really hard and challenging. I love it, but I don't know when it's going to air. It's probably going to air like summer next year. So follow me and then you'll see. You can follow me at ELE Weaver.
All right. Well, thank you both for sitting down with me and chatting about your new film, A Season to Remember. It is premiering on Saturday, December 7th, only on OWN at 9 p.m. Thank you guys for your time. I wish you nothing but continued success, and I would love to talk to you guys again with your new projects.
Thank you so much, Jordan. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.